we've done, coming from your brief, basically, of becoming more traditional this year. I think the last year's shirt went well, barring results on the pitch. I think, the replicas sold well, but we kind of went away from tradition. You've got to go away from tradition to come back to it, I think, to get the success of that shirt. So we took that on board. Obviously, we've gone back to the traditional hoops.
It's good. Like you say, the last 17 years I've been, we've had the hoops. I think you're right. I think last year was a bit of a change. Not everybody likes change, do they?
No, true. As we know.
But I think it looks really well. I think going back to hoops is definitely a winner, I think.
So what we want to do as well, going back to tradition, we want to put a bit of a twist on it as well. So obviously we looked at the collar. We went for a standard collar last year. This year we've looked at the ribbon to the collar and to the arms as well. Which I think gives it a little bit more tradition, one having a collar, and it gives it a bit more feel of quality and a bit more expensive quality, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, smarter looking.
Definitely. And I always think, like we spoke about before in the first brief, is when you're looking at this, you're looking at it, I'm looking at it from a fan's perspective and what they're going to want. You're looking from a players and a fans and a kind of mixed bag of what we've got to create to tick every box.
It's exciting from a player's perspective. It's a big thing. You know what I mean? So making sure that, I think the collar's coming back in now, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You see on a lot of clubs now, you look at Premiership clubs, and we obviously study this kind of thing of different fabrics they're using, embroideries, woven badges, this kind of thing, collars, etc. And we're trying to always keep up with trends. So you will see some of the other items, which we've looked at are obviously the drop tail to the rear of the shirt as well. Again, a bit more on trend rather than your bog standard.
You take for granted it's just going to be like that.
And again, it's that feel, when that player puts that shirt on. We talked about them little 1% of, a player puts that kit on, he wants to feel good and, and then they go out and play good kind of thing. And it's them little 1% everywhere, and I think, a little dovetail. It's a better fitted shirt, I feel, this year, especially for the players. The supporters ones will be the same as previous, but for the players it's a better fit. We've got the technical panel down the side with breathability as well, so it's moisture wicking. When you're playing and you're sweating and losing moisture, you want to get that out of your body, and not stuck in your shirt kind of thing. But no, I'm confident, with the fabric as well. We've gone for the lighter weight performance fabric. So we've got a 170 gram fabric as well, with plenty of stretch in there as well, a bit of elastane. So I think I can't see how it's not going to be a winner, this one.
Show all the muscles off.
And then the other main things I do remember you saying in the brief as well regarding the rear of the shirt. Obviously last year we had a hoop, but the hoops ran all the way through the shirt. And I know you mentioned supporters couldn't see names and numbers, etc.
That was a big thing, to be fair.
And I noticed that myself at a couple of games where you're looking, if you know the players it's okay, but when there's new players coming to the club and players coming off the bench and you're not quite seeing it. So we've looked at that. So we're just looking at the panels first to start with.
Wow.
So obviously front of shirt, new sponsor as well, which is great. Doncaster based business as well, which are doing really well. Obviously ourselves OXEN, so we've changed from the club Doncaster to OXEN now, which I think we both agreed it needed the brand on there as well to give it a bit more presence.
No, definitely, it looks good.
The badge, which I'll show you when I show you the shirt, we've gone for a woven badge this time for the club's badge, so we want to spend a little bit more money on that and make it pop out and stand a bit better. Again, you'll see a lot of top clubs are using woven badges now rather than a standard embroidery. Again, rear of the shirt, Stoneacre, another loyal sponsor you've had for a lot of years. Actually stands out better now on the shirt, now it's not a hoop.
Definitely.
And then obviously we've got the big space to allow for the name and number, which again I think is good as well for supporters. We do a lot of shirt printing as well, so it's good for kids to get their name and number on there and for it to stand out.
That looks brilliant.
And then that's your main.
Wow, look at the collar. I love the collar. Obviously going back to when I was sort of getting shirts for Christmas or presents and buying shirts like through the 90s. Like the collar was a massive thing. Like I think it does look smart.
I agree.
Even from a player's perspective, I think it's proper, isn't it? It's like a proper shirt. And even like you say, the sort of arms. like the elasticated bit, it's...
So I've got your sample, and do you want to have a look?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And you'll be the first to see this. This is like been totally under wraps, and
Right.
you know, as usual, we have to keep this
Size medium.
obviously size medium. We've not gone as far as printing your name and number on the back of it.
One more year. Oh, so I've seen where that's been stitched on as well on the back, so that's printed on as well, which is, yeah, that looks good. That's brilliant. So this bit's the bit you were talking about.
Yeah, so you'll see there your drop tail, so you see the rear of the shirt just drops a little bit further down, which again just sits nicer and again is on trend with what a lot of brands are doing now, more fashion type. Then you'll see obviously the ribbon, which is matched up to the.
So what normally do they do there?
That'd just be folded over and stitched on the hem, just on the end there. But
that's miles better.
It's just a bit more detail. Again, it's more expensive to create this, but
it looks better as well.
It looks better.
Matches the colour.
That reflects in, you know, the price doesn't have to increase, but the volume will increase, you know, because naturally when you see a nice shirt, you know, with a nice collar and things like that, more people will buy them once you spend a little bit more money on creating a better feel.
And then there's this.
And then your tech panel. So obviously again, and this is on the replicas as well. So again, what we wanted is the fans. You know, we were trying to get this thing of more togetherness, and you know, the fans being behind the club more, and you know, and that bond between the players and the fans. So like we discussed it in the office and said, well, let's give the fans the exact same shirt as what the players are wearing.
Brilliant.
So obviously the tech panel again, and you want them young lads to be wearing that shirt and feel proud to be wearing that shirt, you know, and feel the same as a player feels when they run out.
How does that make you feel? OXEN being on?
Good, it's good because obviously it's our, you know, it's the club that's most local to us. Obviously we're literally a stone throw away from stadium. You know, we have got a lot of other big clubs in rugby and such, Rugby League, Rugby Union, but for us the one thing we said we want to get Doncaster. Obviously it's our own club. We support Doncaster, and you know, you probably get preferential treatment for that, but we'll not go down that route. But I like it. I think
it's big for us as well. Like, you know, sort of. I think you've hit the nail on the head in trying to bring everybody together. I think having yourselves on the doorstep and obviously making you part of the shirt and just the whole thing is massive for everybody, and the quality of the stuff. You know, it'd be easy for me to say, look, we've got OXEN on the shirt and not sort of hard selling it, but the actual clothing is really, really good. Like, I've been blown away with the quality of it. So to have this on the shirt is massive for us as well.
Same feel down the side, so we've brought in the traditional hoop, which I think flows down from the shirt. We've got the breathable panel on the back again. Lightweight fabric, performance fabric again.
Gives you. I know we spoke about it. We're quite. Well, I've always been passionate about this sort of thing. You know, it's our uniform. So every day we're training, every weekend, every sort of Tuesday we're playing, and it's important. It's right. And to have this support, like hands-on support, is invaluable for the club, I think.